Thursday, January 16th, 2020, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. I wanted to look at how the stock market nowadays compares to the stock market at the high in 1929 and the price of gold, how those two compare. And it's incredible, actually, that the Dow Jones Industrial Average today is almost at the exact same level in terms of the Dow Gold ratio as it was at the top in 1929. The other thing I'll show you and try to put through is that it would have been much simpler just to hold a double legal coin, $20, and a $1 gold coin, which is about an ounce. It's a little more than an ounce. An ounce, of course, was $20.67. It would have been much easier than to hold a basket of the 30 Dow Jones Industrial Average stocks back in 1929. I've gone through here on September 14th, 1929. You can see the components of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the 30 components, and the only component stock or company that is still on that list today is Standard Oil Company of New Jersey, which is, of course, ExxonMobil. That's not even exactly the same company, but all the other companies are not part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So what would have been easier? For you to keep a basket of all these Dow Jones stock and have it managed by a broker or a private banker and made sure that you always updated your basket of your portfolio. That would have cost a lot of money. It would have been a lot more difficult. But if your grandfather or great-grandfather had left you these two, it would have been very simple. And I'm going to first show you a chart of the Dow. I've looked at this chart a few times. I've made videos about this chart. It's from barchart.com. It's a quarterly chart and it's a logarithmic chart, and it's going back to 1920. And I've drawn this line before, this trend line, the top of the trend line. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, of course. Back in the beginning of 2018, the top of that line was around 28,000. Right now, the top of that line is above 30,000, almost at 31,000. So we're very much near the top of that line. Of course, the trend is higher, so it keeps getting higher. Bottom of the trend channel right now is around 7,000. That's the Dow Jones Industrial Average quarterly logarithmic chart. The top in 1929 was 386.10. That was an intraday top. I'll tell you exactly when that was. So closing milestones, highs and lows. You can see here, bull market over the next 8 years. The Dow increases nearly 500% and eventually grows to a closing high of 381.17. Theoretical intraday high of 386.10 on September 3rd, 1929. So that's the number I've taken, 386.10. That's the high. So I've done a little bit of analysis here to show you how the Dow Jones Industrial Average and gold have fared. And it's quite amazing that they've fared almost the same to the day today, both from the top in September 1929. So as you can see here, the Dow Jones Industrial Average top in 1929, 386.10. Dow Jones Industrial Average today, January 16th, 2020. I've taken a round number. We've been above 29,200. We've been below it, but I've taken 29,200. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average has risen 75.628 times since 1929. Be aware though that it's not the same index. Only ExxonMobil is still part of that index. All the other companies have either probably been taken over or gone out of business. So it would have been hard to track the Dow Jones Industrial Average for in the last 91 years or so. So how did gold fare? 1 troy ounce of gold in 1929, of course, was $20.67. Today, 1 troy ounce of gold, January 16th, 2020, is $1,550. So gold has risen 74.988 times, basically 75 times, just a little less than the Dow. So it has almost matched the rise in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's quite amazing. I hadn't realized that. So I wanted to show you now the Dow Gold ratio. So back in 1929, the top, of course, 386.10 divided by the price of gold, 1 ounce, $20.67, you get 18.68, the Dow Gold ratio. And today, you take 29,200 divided into 1550, 1884. Quite amazing. We are as overvalued today as we were back in 1929. Of course, we've been even more overvalued in the past. In the year 2000, it got up to like 45, this ratio. But what it shows to me is that over the long term, is just as good holding gold, and probably a lot easier than holding a basket of stocks or all the components of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Of course, there was gold confiscation in 1933, so that would have been a problem. There were a lot of very wealthy people that knew it was coming and sent their money abroad in the United States. But it just goes to show that gold has done its job. It's virtually matched the performance of the Dow Jones Industrial Average over these last 91 years. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Make sure you hit that little notification bell above to be notified of all my new videos. Please share this video far and wide as well. It helps. And you can also follow me on Twitter, BitChute, DTube, and Steemit. I wish you all a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye.